All right, everyone, we have some really bad news, so I'm just going to get right into it. For all of those people who wanted to get an EIDL grant of between $1,000 and $10,000, it looks like you're not going to be able to do so if you are a new applicant. Right now, the SBA just released a statement saying that they are not going to be opening the portal as of right now to additional applicants because they just don't have enough money to meet the demand of new applicants. They won't even probably have enough money to meet the demand of all of the people that they've already accepted applications for thus far on the first round of the applications. This is a huge blow and quite frankly a big shock given the fact that the SBA was allocated $60 billion as a result of the newly passed stimulus bill 2.0 that just was signed into law this weekend. And so to have the portal not open again, that's a real devastation, especially because that $60 billion had $10 billion specifically allocated to people who wanted to get a grant of between $1,000 and $10,000. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, I recommend checking out my previous video, but here is the takeaway. The EIDL, or Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, offered advances, forgivable grants of up to $10,000 for people who applied for a loan and were successful in their application. You were able to get $1,000 per employee of your business. So if you're self-employed, you can get $1,000. If you had a side hustle, you drove for Uber, you did DoorDash, you did something like that, you can get $1,000. If you and your spouse sold things online, sold arts and crafts, you can get $1,000 per person, up to $10,000. It was free money, it was a grant, it was a forgivable loan, something that would be an extra little boost, a stimulus boost that you can get as a result of the EIDL program. And that's why I felt so strongly that the EIDL program could offer a lifeline to a lot of these people who had businesses, side hustles, and needed to have a little extra cash and were affected by the pandemic. This would help them to be able to actually get a little bit of money in the door. And a lot of people were really successful in doing that. Over 750,000 businesses got an EIDL grant of on average around $4,300. That was free money. That was available to everybody, big and small. But now it looks like new applicants are totally out of luck. And this is terrible because it looked like they were going to open the portal again. But after all, things kind of changed. Now here's the deal. If you are somebody who did submit their application before, you received an application number, and now you're wondering whether or not you're going to get the money, I have some good news and some bad news. It appears as if you have a number starting with 3, then you probably will get processed and get your money. This will probably take another week or so. It'll automatically come in your bank account. Most people don't even receive an email about it in advance, so they receive the money and they are good to go. But if you have an application number starting with the number 2, it looks like you may be out of luck. At least you may have a little bit more difficult time getting that application actually fulfilled. It depends on how they process your application, and the EIDL goes on a first come, first serve basis, so that if you submitted your application early, you're more likely to get the money fulfilled. And also, just to be clear, if you wanted to actually get the EIDL loan, you probably still can. It just looks like you won't be able to get the advanced portion of that loan, aka the free money. You're still able to get that EIDL grant of up to $2 million at a 3.75% interest rate, something that's pretty good, but that wasn't the key thing of this bill. That wasn't the free money. It's a good deal, but it's not a great deal. It looks like the free money is all out for the EIDL, and the EIDL is dead. So for all those people who are relying upon the EIDL grant, what are you supposed to do now? Well, what I would recommend for most people is actually look into applying for unemployment insurance. If you've lost your job, or you've had your hours significantly reduced, or your business has been significantly reduced if you're self-employed and you're not able to generate the same kind of money as you did before. Unemployment insurance can actually be a really great thing to take advantage of. The CARES Act greatly expanded unemployment insurance to cover way more people and to give those people way better benefits. For example, if you're self-employed or you're an independent contractor, you drive for Uber, you're a gig worker in some manner, Previously, you were not eligible for unemployment insurance, but the CARES Act made you eligible for unemployment insurance. And that's not all. If you've lost your job as a result of the pandemic, or if you've had your hours or earning potential reduced significantly as a result of the pandemic, you're eligible for pandemic unemployment insurance, which is an extra $600 per week in unemployment insurance assistance on top of whatever you would make from your state's unemployment insurance. So for those independent contractors and self-employed individuals who wanted to get an EIDL grant and did not, but were still greatly affected by the pandemic and need some assistance, I'd recommend looking into unemployment insurance because it's calculated as follows: $600 plus whatever your state would pay you. And if you're an independent contractor or self-employed individual, it's calculated as follows. You get 1/2 of whatever the average payout is of your state. So if your average payout of your state for unemployment insurance benefits for the average worker is $200, you're eligible for 1/2 of $200 or $100 plus $600 per week in unemployment insurance, or $700 per week. And that additional $600 benefit is going to last all the way until July 31st of this year. And your state unemployment benefit, the $100, is going to last for a total of 13 weeks plus whatever your state's previous maximum was. For most states, that looks to be around 39 weeks. I know it's not perfect. Everyone would rather just continue to have their jobs thrive, their side hustles, their independent contractor work, all of that. They'd prefer to just keep working. But unemployment insurance exists for this reason, to hold you over until the economy improves again and you can increase your work again. And really, you actually might be better off getting unemployment insurance in a lot of cases than you would have continuing your side hustle or your self-employment work or your independent contractor work. I know it's kind of weird, but honestly, it can work out to be a better deal for a lot of people. If you get unemployment insurance of $700 per week, I mean, that's a lot of money, and a lot of jobs, a lot of side hustles, a lot of people don't actually make $700 a week on their own. So it can actually be a better thing to be on unemployment insurance than to actually get the EIDL grant, because chances are if you got the EIDL grant, you wouldn't also be able to collect unemployment insurance, at least not right away, because your state would say, wait, you just got a grant to continue your business, and then you're saying that you can't do your business, so you got to pick one or the other. So for a lot of people, it can actually be, a little bit more beneficial to stay on unemployment insurance. I know it's not perfect. We'd all rather be working, but that is the way the law is written today. And with all of that being said, many things are changing all the time in this world. All sorts of stimulus bills are being proposed right now, and I guarantee that we will have another round of stimulus in some manner. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know if it's going to be additional checks or an expansion of unemployment insurance or a reauthorization of new funds for the EIDL advance program. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I have a very strong feeling that we will have additional stimulus measures in the future. So be sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to stay informed on the latest stimulus news, because I'm going to bring it to you as quickly as I can, as accurately as I can, and I'm going to tell you what you really need to know. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Give a like to this video if it helped you out in any way. And again, it's unfortunate that the EIDL program ran out of money for that advance program for all of those people who wanted an advance, but that is the way it is sometimes, and you have to act as fast as you can. So I'm going to try to make videos like this to bring you the information as quickly as possible to help you out so that you can take advantage of those programs when they're reauthorized, when there's new funding. So what do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you're one of the people who received an EIDL grant, because there are many, and let me know if you're somebody who has already applied or were looking to apply. I want to hear your stories. I want to know what's going on out there. So please leave it in the comments below. I read all the comments all the time, and I love responding to as many as I possibly can. And just so you know, my name is Kevin Conway. I'm an attorney here in California, and I cover personal finance matters like the stimulus news and everything else. So if you like that sort of thing, be sure to check out my other videos. I have lots of videos on unemployment insurance, stimulus checks, and other matters. So be sure to check those out and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time. I hope you stay healthy. I'm sorry for the bad news, especially because I brought out that video so recently. I was hoping that a lot of people would be able to apply again for the EIDL program, but it looks like sometimes that's the way your cards are dealt to you, and you just kind of have to move on and do the best you can. So with that, I hope you stay healthy, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.